If you have a new shaving brush, it's going to have an associated break-in period. What this is a period of time during which the brush's properties as a shaving brush continue to improve. And there are two main types of shaving brushes used. There's badger hair and boar hair brushes. Badger hair brushes tend to have a shorter break-in period, whereas boar hair brushes tend to have a longer break-in period. One main difference between the types of hair in badger hair and boar hair brushes is that badger hair does not absorb water, whereas boar hair does absorb water, much like human hair. When it absorbs water, it eventually gets dried out, gets split ends, a lot like human hair, and that actually improves its quality as a shaving brush. So, the best way to break in a brush is just to use it. Lather it up with your shaving cream or shaving soap, bowl lather, face lather, and eventually it's just going to break in. But when you do get a new brush, it is not broken in, obviously, and it usually smells a little bit like animal. It's kind of got like that wet dog scent to it. And there's a few things that you can do, at least that I do, to help the break-in period go a little more quickly. So I'm just going to show you what I do here. This is my boar hair brush. So first thing I do is I just fill up a mug with some hot tap water. Then I just get some of this kitchen dish soap, and I just put in a few drops into my mug, or a little more than that, whatever. Then I just take the brush and I whip it up in here. So as you can see, this is making lots of suds, and what this does is just cleaning out your brush. Your brush is coming from manufacturing, and it could have chemicals, debris, oil, a lot in there, and this is just helping clean it out and get it ready to lather. So you whip this up in here, and then I let it sit down for like 5 to 10 minutes just so it can absorb the water. After 5 to 10 minutes of soaking, just take out the brush, empty out that excess dish water, and then I take the brush and clean it off just under warm tap water, just to get out all the soap that's in there. I kind of rinse it out on its side, and then some water going directly down into the bristles. Alright, so that's the first step, just to help clean it out. Then your brush should be nice and hydrated. The smell should be improving. It should smell a little bit like dish soap now. Then you take your shaving cream or lather and you load some up. Alright, after you load some up, then what I do is I just lather it up here in my hand. Okay, so this is a decent little lather going, and then what I do is I clean off the handle of my shaving brush, and I let this sit out overnight and dry. This is not my method, I found it online, a lot of people do this. So you just let this lather stay in the brush, set it upright on your counter, and let it dry overnight. And what that does is it helps transfer some of the conditioning properties of your cream or soap into the hairs themselves and helps speed the break-in process. So when you get in the morning, it should be nice and dried out, and then you just rinse it out. So at this point, you've jump-started the break-in process, and just go ahead and start using the brush. That's going to be the best method to break it in, just using it as your everyday brush. And there's lots of methods, tips, and tricks out there to help get these broken in a little more quickly. This is what works best for me. Once again, if you just use it, that's going to be your best bet. So I hope this has helped, and please let me know if you have any comments, tips, or questions.